Hi listeners, in this video we are going to learn about event evaluation and reporting. I am Dr. Aravind TS, an EdTech expert, educator specialized in digital and social media marketing, e-commerce and business law. In the previous unit, we learned about evaluation in event management. We had learned about different methods enabling the event manager to collect and analyze the information. It was also highlighted that the stakeholders associated with the event vary in their needs, expectations from the event. After incorporating their expectation in the event evaluation exercise and going about the evaluation process, these must be delivered, evidenced, recorded and communicated through evaluation reporting and documentation. This unit will discuss about the creation of event evaluation reports and profiles in particular that follow the evaluation process. After this video, you will be able to understand, highlight the importance and uses of the event evaluation report in promoting outcomes of the event. Get familiarized with the framework of an event evaluation report and creation of an event profile. Understand event reporting system. The final stage of event management is the event evaluation, outcomes and the process employed to achieve set outcomes. The fundamental purpose of an event evaluation is to identify positive and negative practice with a view to improving future performance, whether this is in terms of a financial performance, environmental impact or the overall operation of the event. The specific aims and objectives were set at the outset of the planning process. Then evaluation will also seek to establish whether those targets have been met, and if not, then why. The other purpose of evaluation is a reporting mechanism to gather data to allow feedback to different stakeholders involved in the event relative to their interest. For example, the local council and retailers association may be interested in the number of people who attended the event and where they come from. That is the proposition from the local community and those from further afield. One key issue to remember is that evaluation is not something which happens at the end of the event. It must be incorporated into the planning of the event. So resources are allocated. The correct questions are asked and data collected. Key questions you should ask include: what data is needed? Example, visitors number, financial data, satisfaction, motivation, etc. Related to the event objectives, what are the key performance indicator? How and when and by who is the data to be gathered? Example, observations, survey, questionnaires before, during or after. How is to be analyzed? Example, by themes or issues, statistical analysis. What format will be used in the final reporting? For example, debriefing meetings or a final report covering all areas. You also need to consider who will be interested in the event and its outcome. For example, the venue, sponsors, visit whales, media, like local and national, special interest. Even evaluation report is a written document developed on the basis of a finding, analysis, conclusion, learning and recommendation to be used as a future guide. Evaluation reports are not only useful for developing an event profile, but can be presented to future clients, funding bodies, other sponsors or interested parties. Each component mentioned in the event evaluation framework of this chapter is useful and gives a meaning flow to the information which can effectively be put to use. However, depending on the event evaluation objective and the expectation of the stakeholders, the framework can be customized. An evaluation report presents and communicates the result of the event evaluation process. According to Silver's, event evaluation report constitute a significant component of communication and knowledge management, including information acquisition and distribution. Recording expenses that capture the atmosphere and reflect the experience of the event establish benchmarks for a similar event in future and can be reused when organizing the next event. Information contained in the event evaluation report is useful in facilitating continuous support or enhancing program funding, demonstrating success, creating awareness and promoting sustainability. There are 3 reasons for communicating and reporting evaluation results. These are: first one is building awareness and support, as well as providing the basis for asking questions. Demonstration result through reports and become accountable, facilitating growth and improvement of the event organization. Why evaluation is important? Event evaluation is a critical component of organizing an event. Through evaluation, you have the ability to fully understand the impact your event has, and without it, you are left guessing yourself into a hole. To that point, top feedback driven companies in their industries have been shown to outgrow their competition 2 times over. In order to achieve strong results, keep your goals in mind throughout the entire process. Evaluation provide concrete examples of a success to inspire others and improve your internal project performance. Additionally, evaluation is important to continuously improve. It ensures the tactics you are using are effective and reflect larger company or organization goals. If through your evaluation you understand that the tactics are in working, evaluation also helps to provide justification for a pivot. 91% measure the success of their event on attendees satisfaction. 61% measure according to their specific event objective, and 60 determine result based on staying within budget. In this flowchart, which shows that an event manager is in a position to prepare event evaluation report after the evaluation team has analyzed the data and has come up with their findings, conclusion and recommendation. The event report is a minor image or the evaluation plan. In the event evaluation plan, the purpose and the focus of evaluation are well defined. Rationally of the approach and model used are well identified. Tools are developed keeping the objectives of the event into consideration. Data is collected through properly laid strategies in hand, and the event manager also event report format. Before proceeding to learn about development of an event evaluation report, we need to understand that the extent of accountability of an event manager to different stakeholders determines the scope of evaluation report. Big events influencing various sections of the society and involving multiple stakeholders such as local authorities, police department, tourism department, social welfare department, district leaders and NGOs have a requirement for evaluation with a board objective. All these stakeholders should be sent an evaluation report underlying the event performance with respect to individual stakeholder objective. In case of a small event, the evaluation report might be useful for event organizing staff only. Event evaluation reports and reporting procedures may include evaluations, budgets, meeting minutes, incident reports, progress reports, status report, recaps review and other information. Reports are the various kinds and are developed during various stages of event and not just after the event. Reports are also useful communication mechanism that provide visibility of the event operations and event team to event stakeholders. While most of the recording of a documentation is done on the day of the event, it is however useful to document some of the pre-event activity. Newspaper cuttings, audio and video recordings, television and radio clippings primarily and secondly research and surveys can be used for this purpose. While developing an event report, we must know when and how reports should be prepared, who needs them and for what purpose. While preparing the evaluation report, review the evaluation data and relate the information to program goals and objectives and anticipated outcomes. Incorporate this data in a report applicable to future programs. During the process, also identify individual and group who contributed significantly to event success, including program planners, participant and peripheral sponsors. Publicity acknowledge and celebrate their roles. Identify activities or events that were not part of the original plan and determine whether they impeded or enhanced the program. Physical evaluation enables in determining how well the actual expenses matched anticipated costs for each program component. Next is identify unusual factors that may have accounted for any discrepancy. This will help in deciding if the alternative method of delivering would have been less expensive. Make sure the program's success was not at the expense of creating adverse environmental impact. For the systematic development of an event evaluation report, event manager should incorporate the following elements. First one is intent, use and users. A discussion about the intended use and users of the report promotes transparency about the purpose of evaluation and also identifies who will have access to evaluation result. It is important to build a market for evaluation result from the beginning with a solid evaluation plan and collaboration with the evaluation stakeholders. Next one is program description. This section gives a description of the program stage of development in addition to narrative description. Next one is evaluation focus. This document how there was evaluation focus. It presents the rationale and the criteria for prioritizing the evaluation questions. Next is data source and methods. So this session describes evaluation indicators, performance measure, data source and methods used during the evaluation exercise. This ensures transparency and credibility of evaluation information. Next one is result, conclusion and interpretation. Once the information is obtained, this session provides insight about how information was analyzed and describes the collaborative process used to interpret result. This session also provides meaningful interpretation of the data. Conclusion is derived from the facts or information. Recommendations are made based on the findings or conclusion. Here the plans for use of evaluation result and dissemination or sharing of evaluation findings are described. This section provides information on how findings will be used as well as detailed information about the modes and methods for sharing result with stakeholders. Lastly, the section also provides plans to monitor dissemination efforts with a provision of a feedback for corrective action if needed. Every evaluation exercise is executed within a complex dynamic environment of a politics, budgets, timeline, competing priorities and agendas. The communication and reporting of evaluation result are channeled through these same complexities. The framework of the event evaluation report serves as a guide which ensures that all the findings, conclusions, learnings and are effectively used for improvement and informed decision in future. The activities undertaken during the evaluation process also, along with the underlying rationale, should be described in the event evaluation report. This increases the transparency and build connections between the evaluation plan, implementation of an evaluation process and the development of the evaluation report. In addition to the above framework, there are evaluation standards also which enhance the quality of an event evaluation report by shielding against potential mistakes or errors in practice. The evaluation standards are grouped around following 4 important attributes. First one, utility. Serve the information needs of stakeholders. Second one is feasibility. Be realistic and prudent. The third one is proprietary. Behave legally, ethically and with due regard for the welfare of those involved in the event and those affected. And the fourth one is accuracy. The evaluation should be comprehensive and grounded in the data. Event evaluation report is effective when it addresses the application and practices of these standards throughout the evaluation process. Exercising evaluation standards not only increasing the transparency but also enhances the quality and credibility of evaluation result in reporting. Considering the importance of event evaluation report, following are the advantage of same. First one is continuous monitoring. Proceeding in search of a significant observation or of a sign of trouble are noted down. An automated video coverage or audio recording can be used to facilitate event reporting. Second one is immediate reporting. Event reports alert the stage managers and event organizers not just on any emergency or unexpected situations such as fire or accident as in risk through incident reporting, but to emerging financial condition as they occur. Third one is filtered information. Preparing detailed event report generates mountains of information from which the management has to bring out only useful information. This process can be very time consuming and tedious. Event reporting, on the other hand, simplifies the process by providing the event managers with only the required information that they need to act upon. Next is benchmarking and efficiency. Event report also help in benchmarking. For example, it is useful in comparing the numbers with the estimated ones in accounting. Besides, an event report builds efficiency in report as an event triggered reporting system instantly notifies the event manager whenever any part of the event has failed. Next one is facilitates targeted feedback. Event reports are useful in sending information to those members of the event team who are in charge of the respective departments and are supposed to get the desired information. While the report is mailed to the relevant team, the members, the event directors and the chief finance officer may be copied on mail for all event triggered reports. Reports in particular are very useful finance related matters, and this helps to improve handling of finances. The event evaluation report is used by the professional event coordinator to present final result of an event to all the stakeholders as mentioned earlier in the unit. An event report includes finding of an event evaluation with the enclosures such as attendance report, financial report, cost benefit analysis and executive summaries reviewing the performance of our team members. The report records experience of the event so that they can be used when organizing next event. The report can be used throughout the event operations to improve practice and increase the return on investment ROI of future event resources. The final report should review performance, processes, and outcomes by using descriptive, statistical, and empirical data. Event reporting is also done for the purpose of a documentation. Documentation provides historical records which can be used in conducting research for evaluation in future events. The event manager will need to review various activities costing venue specification and various types of evaluation when creating an event design, developing a site plan, or preparing an event proposal or bid document. Event evaluation report can be used to justify an event manager's decision and decision making processes. The event manager can use these reports to monitor planning, timelines, and performance standard. With a report, the value of an event manager is validated before the client. An event report becomes a readily available source of information for all the key stakeholders and can be distributed to the host organization, event sponsors, funding bodies, media, government departments, and other stakeholders. These reports can be used for reference, forecasting, comparison, feasibility analysis, tracking growth, understanding the capabilities of an event, company, and many other functions. Photographs, slides, video, pen drive, CD-ROM, and other media should be stored carefully. Besides these, the reference and resource materials like catalogs, brochures, flyers, periodicals, and other useful archival materials should also be stored carefully for assessing in future. Above all, the reports are very useful in providing the basics of media releasing that promote the outcomes of the event. Systematic documentation practices should be established as a standard operating procedure. It is also called as SOP for automatic collection and distribution of information. Progress reports allow the event team to know the status of an activity throughout the event coordination process and the upcoming action. Event reporting systems traditionally have been paper-based, filed and circulated as paper document. However, in recent times, technology has made event reporting system traditionally have been paper-based, filed and circulated as paper document. However, in recent times, technology has made it easier to compile and circulate using web-based information systems and receiving of information from electronic specialized systems. The various methods used for reporting such as written conference call and electronic and frequency of preparation and presentation should be established right in the beginning of the planning process. Voluntary event reporting system can also be used for the purpose of maintaining logistic and identifying safety hazards in the event. Event reports are usually submitted by team members involved in the event themselves. Hence, they may have legitimate concern about the effects reporting will have on their performance records. Voluntary event reporting systems are generally confidential and legal protection is provided in many cases. Next, we can discuss on limitation of event reporting. Event reporting has some limitations. Most of the event reports manage to capture only a fraction of the event. The reports may not evaluate even with a reliability. In voluntary event reporting system, the reports can be subjected to selection bias due to the voluntary nature in evaluation. Mostly, the event stakeholders do not make use of voluntary event reporting systems, and hence the spectrum of reported events is usually limited or nil. The event company should develop an event reporting format or framework. Team members can use this so that the art of event reporting is practiced in that format or customized as per the evaluation areas. Event evaluation report is a written document, as I said earlier, and it developed on the basis of finding, analysis, conclusion, learning, and recommendation to be used as a guide for future events. Information contained in the event evaluation report is useful in facilitating continuous support or enhancing program funding, demonstrating success, creating awareness, and promoting sustainability. Let us conclude. The information given in the event report is used to create a profile of the event, which consists of the details regarding the type of event, providing first-hand information to the prospective interested party to take decision as to whether they should go ahead to take part in the event or not. I hope you had a great learning session. Thank you so much.